Quick question. If I asked you right now, off the top of your head, how much do you spend every month on subscriptions? What number comes to mind? Maybe $50, $80? Some of you are thinking, honestly, not that much. Maybe $100. Here's what's actually happening. The average American guesses they spend about $86 a month on subscriptions. The real number, $219. That's not a small miscalculation. That's a $133 gap every single month that nobody can explain when you ask them directly. And I don't think people are lying when they guess low. I think something else is going on. Something that has nothing to do with how smart you are or how good you are with money. It's a blind spot built directly into how subscriptions are designed. And today I'm going to show you exactly why your brain can't see it and how to find every dollar that's quietly disappearing. Let me introduce you to Jessica, 29 years old, marketing coordinator in Austin, Texas. Makes about $61,000 a year. Pays her bills on time, has a budget app on her phone, considers herself pretty good with money. Last month, Jessica's card got declined at the grocery store. Embarrassing. Confusing. She had money in her account, or so she thought. She went home that night and pulled up 3 months of bank statements. Not to find subscriptions specifically, just to figure out what happened. What she found instead changed everything. Netflix, $15.49. Spotify Premium, $11.99. A meditation app she downloaded during a stressful week in March and never opened again. $69.99 a year, billed monthly at $5.99. A meal kit subscription she'd canceled. She was sure she'd canceled it, still charging $59.99 every 2 weeks. Amazon Prime, $14.99. A cloud storage upgrade she didn't remember choosing, $9.99. 2 different streaming services for shows she hadn't watched in 4 months. A premium version of an app she now uses the free version of on her other phone. A gym app subscription from a gym she stopped going to 8 months ago. She added it all up. $187 a month in subscriptions she had either forgotten about, stopped using, or was paying for twice. $187 every single month for things providing her zero value. That's $2,244 a year, gone, quietly, automatically, while she thought she was being responsible with money. So why does this happen to smart, responsible people like Jessica, like probably you? Here's the actual psychology behind it. When you see $9.99 a month, your brain processes that as a small, almost meaningless number. It doesn't automatically calculate the $120 a year that number actually represents. This is called decoupling. The price feels disconnected from the actual cost because it's broken into tiny monthly pieces. Now, multiply that effect across 8 or 9 different subscriptions, which is the average number of active subscriptions per American household, and you get a perfect blind spot. Each one feels trivial in isolation. $9.99 here, $14.99 there, $5.99 somewhere else. None of them feel like real money. But together, they're often the 3rd largest line item in a household budget, right behind rent and groceries. And here's the part that makes this even worse. 72% of people have all their subscriptions set to autopay, which means there's zero friction, zero moment where you actively decide, yes, I want to keep paying for this. The charge just happens, month after month, on autopilot. The system isn't designed to be tracked. It's designed to be forgotten. Let's look at the actual scale of this nationally. The average American spends $219 a month on subscriptions across about 8 active services. That's $2,628 a year per person. 42% of Americans admit they've forgotten about a subscription entirely while still being charged for it. 70% have forgotten to cancel a free trial at some point, which locked them into a paid subscription they never intended to keep. And the most common category? Streaming video. The average household now pays for 4.5 streaming platforms simultaneously: Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Max, Paramount Plus, at a combined cost of about $69 a month, just for streaming. Gen Z specifically spends the most, averaging $377 a month on subscriptions. Millennials average $276 a month, and 89% of all consumers underestimate their total subscription spending, typically by 2 to 3 times the real number. This isn't a personal failure. This is what happens when an entire industry is financially incentivized to make their pricing as forgettable as possible. I want to be direct about something. Subscription companies are not confused about why people forget to cancel. They know exactly what they're doing. The global subscription economy was worth $536 billion in 2025. It's projected to hit $859 billion in 2026. That growth isn't coming from people loving their subscriptions more. It's coming from a business model built around low monthly friction and high cancellation friction. Notice the pattern. Signing up takes 30 seconds, one click. Canceling often takes navigating 5 menus, calling customer service, or finding out retention offer pop-up designed to make you reconsider. Some companies have made this so difficult that regulators stepped in. New click-to-cancel rules went into effect in 2025, specifically because so many subscription services were intentionally making cancellation hard. The business model depends on you forgetting. Every month you don't think about a subscription is a month they collect revenue for providing you nothing. Okay, here's exactly how to fix this. It takes 15 minutes, 3 steps. Step 1. Check your phone's subscription manager. On iPhone, Settings, then your name, then Subscriptions. On Android, Google Play, then Payments and Subscriptions. This shows every app-based subscription billing through your phone. Most people have never opened this screen. Step 2. Pull up 3 months of bank and credit card statements. Look for anything recurring, even small charges under $10. Filter by recurring if your bank offers that option. Write down every single one. Step 3. Search your email for the words renewal and receipt. This catches subscriptions that bill directly rather than through your phone or bank app. Things like software subscriptions, website memberships, and annual renewals that only charge once a year and are the easiest to completely forget. Once you have your full list, ask one question about each subscription. Have I used this in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, cancel it. Not pause it, not I'll use it more, I promise. Cancel it. You can always resubscribe the moment you actually want it again. Jessica did this exact audit. She canceled 6 subscriptions that night. The meditation app, the duplicate streaming services, the meal kit she thought she'd already canceled, the gym app from the gym she doesn't go to anymore. Total savings, $134 a month. That's $1,608 a year. Money that's now going into a high-yield savings account instead of disappearing into apps she wasn't using. She kept Netflix, she kept Spotify, the things she actually uses and enjoys. This isn't about cutting everything. It's about only paying for what actually adds value to your life. If you've never done this audit, do it tonight. Pull up your bank statement right now while this is fresh in your mind. I promise you'll find at least one subscription you completely forgot existed. Share this with someone who always says, I don't really spend much on subscriptions. They need to see this. And next week, I'm going to break down the mutual fund fee trap that's quietly eating up to 40% of people's retirement savings over a lifetime without them ever seeing a single fee on their statement. Subscribe so you don't miss it.